York. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
It's Ebro in the morning, the beautiful Laura Styles and Junior Gang. Damian Marley's on the show right now. Big up, salute.
Yes.
The new album out Friday.
Yeah.
Stony Hill.
Yeah.
Why is it called Stony Hill?
Stony Hill is a place in Jamaica where I grew up.
Yep.
Yeah, so it kind of represent my upbringing, and it's uptown. It's like the privileged part of town. So it kind of also representing the fact that coming from where I'm coming from, my family history, and where we actually ended up, being that my father come from the ghetto, but I was raised in a privileged area. So that's why I'm gonna go with that title.
Yeah, when you drive up in Stony Hill, they got don't they have a resort up there, right? They have like a few resorts up in Stone, like when you get up in there, right?
My 1 and 2 spots, yeah, but probably not functioning at the moment though. But yes, there is a few spots.
Yeah. Because last time I was in there, I was driving around uptown, looking around. I was like, "What's up here?" And they had like a couple of like dope like retreats, like Airbnb. You could Airbnb and then you do the whatever up there. Yeah, it's nice up there, man. It's beautiful. How and so this album, I think it was 18 songs on the album. I saw your brothers on 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah,
Steven.
Yes.
You guys still cook everything together? Like, cause I know many years, Ghetto Youths Crew back in the day, you guys was you and Steven and Damian. Damian and Steven.
For sure. Yeah, well, I mean, Steve was originally my first producer in terms of all my early works he produced. And then, of course, as I continued to grow, I started producing for myself. But definitely we still work together. And I mean, just that same natural big brotherly advice is always there, you know what I mean?
How's fatherhood for you? I mean, I'm sure it's amazing, but how's it changed you?
Well, of course, I mean, as a father, you're mature. You look at things a little bit differently. You know that decisions that you make affect another life. You know what I mean? My son is actually here in New York with me. I've been hanging out with him for the last 2 days. So
how old is your son?
He's 8 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So wait, is this one of his first trips? Is this one of his, or he goes a lot of places?
No, he goes a lot of places, but not too often. Me and him get to go alone, where it's just me and him hanging out. So it's been kind of cool.
How's he vibing? How was his vibe?
I love it, man. He loves it. Yeah.
How often is mom jumping on the phone? She FaceTiming 2, 3 times a day, right? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. So she glad for the break, Oh,
okay.
So yeah.
So this album, Stony Hill, available tomorrow. Make sure you go pick it up. How's the business? Because I'm I see the articles, man. Big deal out there in California.
Yeah.
We talked about it last time he was here, remember? Giving a lot of people jobs.
It was new.
Yes.
It was new. So how's the progress?
Yes, it's coming along great. We right now we're producing extracts. So oils are being made in the prison. And we're on our first grow, but the first harvest hasn't come in as yet. You know what I mean? They had to do some renditions to the prison because the electricity wasn't set up for growing herb. It was, set up for prison.
Right.
So they had to revamp that.
When it comes to oils, I know you can smoke it, but I've heard there's people who can can you actually use it to put it on your skin and it has similar effects?
Yeah. Like for example, and if you're having pains in certain areas, you can use the oils and rub on, on injuries.
And lotions too. They put in lotion, everything, right?
All kind of things. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I guess my next question with regard to that is, that business in California. Where is it again? This isn't open to the public. Like people can't go visit this place.
No. It's Coalinga is where it is. In California, yeah. But no, it's not open to the public. It would really grow herb and then, distribute herb to dispensaries, and that's where we would go as a public figure.
Got it. Yeah. And so the whole town, people watching right now, maybe you see the last conversation. This was a prison. It's been closed down. None of the private, I guess, prison companies wanted it.
Right.
You and a group of financiers saw this as an opportunity in California to say, you know what, we're going to turn something that basically used to be the employment for this whole town of putting people behind bars for marijuana and other things into a job for everybody to actually grow and make money for the city that way.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're in with the whole, the mayor. I'm sure you know everybody in the town.
Yes, I want to tell you, because we did the video for the single Medication at the prison.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes, so a lot of the people actually came out, the mayor and the sheriff. That was kind of weird, with the sheriff at the prison talking about her, we're smoking, he's cool with it. So that was a cool experience.
Are you, you've lived now and seen the transition of legalization. We talked about it last time. Any progress made on the island of Jamaica?
No, not from the last time we spoke in terms of any real progress as yet.
Do you feel that it'll eventually happen?
Yeah, man. definitely. They're. I mean, they're working on it, but they still haven't reached to a proper decision as yet.
Has the Donald Trump effect slowed things down? Because I know here, even in the States, right? Like even in the States, they're trying to go back to, making marijuana more criminal. They want to go in mandatory sentencing. They want to go back in that other direction.
Yeah. Well,
of using our prison system, like they always do for cheap labor.
Of course.
To put poor people behind bars so they can make money off them for stupid shit.
Of course. Well, in Jamaica, I wouldn't say it has slowed it down in Jamaica, but definitely here in America, there's been 1 and 2 times where we've been not hesitant, but cautious in our movements here because of the change in climate. Because like we say, from time to time, day to day, their opinions change and how they, view the herbs. So we've had to be cautious a few times.
What was the headline the other day? Nevada ran out of weed. Did you see that headline?
No.
Because they just legalized it recently.
And they ran out.
Yeah, the governor of the state was like state of emergency. Yeah, they ran out. People was in line. The dispensaries was like, we sold it all.
Business is booming, man. Business is booming.
And California's been slow to a lot. Like Colorado moved much faster than California did. I feel like it, right?
Yeah, in certain senses, yes, I would say. Colorado is basically, I would say, the leader when it comes down to the legalization process,
and reaping all. I mean, I heard they was giving kickbacks to the citizens because they had so much extra money from
for the budget.
taxes that they was giving. Like citizens
they were giving money also to schools. They're funding programs. It's actually amazing.
Yeah, man.
Damian Marley, ladies and gentlemen, pick up that album. We got to talk about this. The album is called Stony Hill, where he grew up. It's out tomorrow, everywhere. Bomb, the video, Jay-Z, walking around Kingston, Jamaica. So we see the photo. This is how we saw it. We
so
see the
happy.
photo, and we're like, whoa. Damian Marley, Sister Nancy, and Hov.
You know why, too? Because we had just interviewed Sister Nancy.
Ah, okay.
So she came and she told us her whole story, and we were so touched by it.
And the fact that she just started getting paid.
Not that long ago.
Really?
Like 10 years, like less than 10 years ago.
Okay.
Sister Nancy just started seeing the benefits of that record.
Well, congratulations to her.
Yeah, she lives out here in the area, so we were super excited to hear that story.
Yeah.
And then to see you and Hov and her together, we was like, yo, she getting another check.
We were so happy. We were
She
like,
getting another check.
Yes, Sister Nancy.
I like to see people get their checks out here. That makes me happy.
Yeah, man.
Especially, she's the original female MC.
She's a legend, and that's a legendary song. That's crazy to say that she didn't get paid all of these years. I didn't even know that.
yeah, it was like 10, like the past 10 years,
Yeah.
barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, her story
But she
was
deserved
crazy.
it.
So how did it come together?
Well, I was going out to LA to do the same video, Medication, that we're just speaking about, and Jay hit me up and said, you would love if I came by the studio. He had an idea he wanted to run by me. And so I went to the studio, and he already had the idea for what he wanted for the hook. So I did the hook for him, and then he said, please just freestyle on the beat for a while, and I did that for a few minutes. And then they kind of chopped up my freestyle and constructed my verse, basically what you hear on the record at the end, So
it's amazing.
So was Sister Nancy there with you guys? No, or you guys just happened to
No, she, cause we did that in LA. So
Okay.
after that, he said that he would like to go to Jamaica to get some visuals in support of the song. And I'm not sure if he was the one who orchestrated for her to be there, but nonetheless, she was on the island at the same time, and we all met up down at Tough Gang Studio. Yeah.
Do you guys the only ones that use Tough Gong, or is Tough Gong something that anybody, if they was in Jamaica and wanted to record, they could rent time?
Yeah, man, it's a public studio. You can rent time.
Wow, that's amazing. I've never been by there.
But that studio in particular, that wasn't the studio that my father owned. The family bought that spot where we are now after he had passed.
Got it.
Yeah. So the original Tough Gang studio is at the Bob Marley Museum, which we renovated some years ago. So we kind of use it as a private studio, but it's down at the moment,
Oh, right. I saw on Twitter about possibly working with WizKid.
Yeah, I met him yesterday for the first time, actually. He's staying where I'm staying. We're running into each other.
We need this to happen. I just interviewed him last week.
Yeah, I would love that.
Every African artist that comes to America that I'm able to get in front of, I tell that we need Africa and Jamaican artists and Caribbean artists in general, whether they're African or Spanish or whatever. Right? Whether Jamaican Spanish, English speaking Spanish, whatever. I would love to see artists from Africa and the Caribbean collaborating. Even New York artists that are Caribbean.
Right.
You know, because for us to bring all of those worlds together in one place musically, that's powerful.
Yes, of course. And the music sounds very similar to dancehall. Too.
Yeah,
A lot
well,
of- a
no,
lot of them.
they have African artists that consider themselves like
Dancehall.
Burna Boy considers himself a reggae artist. Like he models his whole thing after Yellow Man and
Right,
Ika
okay.
Miles, like the whole thing. Like
Okay.
they on that.
Scene. Okay, nice.
And the ill piece of, like, for me, the ill piece of the history of it is to see that, right? Like, you have these descendants of Africa make music on an island in Jamaica.
That influences
Africa
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
now here we are, and potentially that's amazing.
Yeah,
to
man,
me.
true.
Do you get a chance to go to Africa a lot? Or
I'm just coming from Africa. We just come off of the road. We've been on the road since about the end of May. And the first places that we went were in Africa. So we did 6 dates in Africa. Went to South Africa, Kenya, and Ethiopia, and also Mauritius and Reunion Island. So what was really interesting about that tour is that usually, I mean, from my point of view, most of the time that we go to Africa, we just go to one place and do 1 or 2 shows and leave. So it was really great that we were able to string together, you know, six dates. Yeah, because that was a challenge in itself to get 6 dates consecutively like that, you know. So that's really something I would really love to do in the future, is really tour Africa like how we tour Europe. You know what I mean? So it's something we're working on.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
And the Flag Man, is he still on stage?
Yes.
Who's that? What's his name?
His name is Donovan. Well, he
Donovan.
goes by many names, but Donovan is the name that he, you know.
And
whenever-
how strong is he in real life? Because the Flag is very big.
Yeah.
If you've never seen Damian Marley live, there's this man who waves the biggest flag the entire show. So if Damian's on stage for an hour,
It's flowing.
Yeah.
yo, my man Donovan, big. Yo, son, he works. That's his only workout. That's all he does.
Why? Yeah, man, I'm good at it. He has the bandage up his hands so he doesn't, you know, chafe it.
Yeah.
And stuff like that before he.
His core must be like.
Must be strong. Must be. Him get it from the Nyabingi. That's a whole Nyabingi tradition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he was here, he would tell you that's where he got it from. There's like, you know, Nyabingi, the chanting and stuff like that. So the elders always have the flags waving. So that's where he
So
picked it up
children
from.
are raised to wave that flag. Like you going as like punishment. That's like, yo, you gonna stand outside and
I'll
wave
wave the
this flag
flag.
for the next 5 hours. You're grounded. Go
easy.
wave the
Stop
flag.
waving.
You know, easy. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, man.
Raising the flag wavers. You need them.
Yeah.
The bannermen. Yo, you know, on that too, we just had Chronix here, speaking of Nyabingi. You and Chronix ever build like just, do you know you and Chronix have a relationship? Like,
Yeah, we're cool. Yeah, man. I
He's from a
haven't-
newer generation, obviously, but
Yes. I've not had the opportunity to really do any music with him in the studio.
yeah.
As of yet, in a real way, but we've hung out a few times and yeah, we're cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he spent some good time talking to us about the origins of reggae music and
Yeah.
sharing
Yeah, he's
you know,
awesome.
all the different music that came together to become
Reggae.
traditional Jamaican music and became reggae music. So it was a great conversation. What do you want to play off the album, man? Let's get to something. You want to play that? Medication.
Yeah, let's play Medication.
Yo, Steven, I'm coming for your job. You heard those vocals right there. You heard me?
Yeah.
I'm coming for your job, Steven. How is Steven? He's good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm great. In Miami.
Yo, are you guys all getting together for the Thanksgiving? Remember last time you was here, we talked about the family, right?
Yeah.
Y'all all get together, so it's like 100 and some people for the holidays.
You
right?
know what we did since we spoke? We did Kaya Fest in Miami, which Steve put together a show where all of us as the brothers who do music were all on stage at the same time.
Ziggy.
Ziggy, Kimani, Julian, Steven, and myself.
Wow.
Performing at once. So it's the first time we've done that in about, I want to say, since about 2004
Wow.
or so, 2005 or so. So that was a nice one. So as you talk about family reunions, we just did that.
That's dope. And what about Skip? I like Skip.
Yeah.
Skip got caught in a bad batch with that, what's the girl, the Kardashian girl that did the Pepsi commercial and they used this song.
Oh, Kendall.
Kendall
Jenner.
They
Right.
licensed Skip's song for the Pepsi commercial.
Right, I
Did
heard
you know about
that.
this?
Yes, I heard about that.
And then I love the record, Lion. Amazing fucking song, right?
Yeah.
So he gets this fucking song. They license his song for the commercial. And the commercial gets fucking bashed,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And so then I feel like it hurt the song. But
get-
the song is fire.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
And he's talented, right?
Yeah, man. We're proud of him, man. Upcoming younger generation. And I also have another nephew named Joe Mercer, who's coming up. So Skip and Joe are the two upcoming
Of
from
the new
family.
generation
Yeah.
that are making music.
Yeah.
And then and I saw Lawrence kids, Zion. They got Summer Jam. Laced them up with Summer Jam tickets. They like coming to the Summer Jam.
Nice.
I heard one of them got bars too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they saying one of them is
Well, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Well,
I haven't heard
I
them
mean,
yet. I haven't
yeah.
heard him yet.
Mom
but
got
I wouldn't
bars.
Yeah, exactly.
Mom got bars.
Exactly.
Damian Marley, it's always good to see you, sir.
Thank you, bro.
And the Stony Hill thing is with you having the Coalinga location. You named the album Stony Hill. Are we going to be seeing more business from Damian Marley? Because I feel like this isn't the first.
Yeah, well, for sure. I mean, Stony Hill is actually the name of the brand that we're putting out a lot of those same marijuana products under.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So my pen is called the Stony Hill Speak Life pen. You know what I mean? So, and most of the products that I will be associated with will carry that Stony Hill brand, you know.
Yeah, we get free oils around here.
I'll make
we
sure
gotta
of
pay.
it.
We
I'll
gotta
make
pay.
sure
Like,
of
You're
how
already
we
putting
do
in
that?
your order.
You know what I mean?
I like the
You know
shipment.
like, you know what I'm saying? A case of them
We're in
things,
Jersey.
baby.
I hook you up in Jersey.
Yeah.
No, I could. You know, they got a dispensary right here in Union Square now.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
weed is decriminalized in the city, in the state of New York, I think,
nice.
and it's very hard to get a what's it called, a license, a permit, or whatever it's called.
Right.
It's very hard. Like it's got to be. I think it ain't just like glaucoma and arthritis out here. Like you got to have the real, be
Right.
dealing with the real stuff to
get
get
you.
it. But they have a dispensary right in Times Square already.
Nice. Well, progress is being made.
Progress is being made. Jersey's a little bit easier. I think isn't Connecticut and Massachusetts Massachusetts done already? So it's happening, man. It's
Nice.
moving. It's
Nice.
moving. Damian Marley, give it up. Junior Gong here. Pick up the project Stony Hill, available now.